Today we've been talking about some of the best new solutions for your shoes ranging from head to toe. And guess what? We've made it all the way down to your feet. And like millions of you, Arezou has struggled with one of the most frustrating foot problems out there, bunions.
I've had bunions for as long as I can remember. I'm very self-conscious about them. It affects everything that I do, whether I want to exercise, whether I want to wear high heels. Not fun having these lovely shoes and not being able to wear them. I just graduated from pharmacy school and I'm about to start work, but with the bunions that I have, it's really hard to do because you have to be on your feet all the time. I even tried splints because now I've gotten a neuroma. This is a toe straightener. I've seen about half a dozen doctors, and even one of the doctors I saw said something as frightening as, we might have to break every bone in your foot in order to be able to correct the bunion. And that's just something at this point in my life that I can't do.
Podiatrist and foot surgeon Dr. Ali Sadrieh is joining us today to talk about an exciting new procedure that could change everything you thought you knew about bunion surgery. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Always nice to have you.
Thank you.
So we hear this term all the time. What are bunions and what causes them?
Bunion deformities are a growth or an enlargement of the side of the foot where the first metatarsal is the big toe. And it's caused because of the first metatarsal bone, the bone behind the toe, drifting away. So it's genetic. And then the shoes that women wear or the activities you do can actually make it worse.
So it's primarily genetic, but things you're doing to your feet may contribute to the problem.
That is correct. So
Okay.
you inherit it and you could or could not develop it based on what you wear.
So tell us about a typical operation to fix it and what the recovery is like.
A typical bunion surgery, depending on the severity of the bunion, requires a bone cut and sometimes a fusion, meaning connecting two bones together. That's the difficult part because the patient has to be in a cast for 2 months.
You're here today with something new, a new technique called the tightrope.
Tightrope, yeah.
Tell us about that.
The tightrope is remarkable because it takes a pretty simple thought process and brings it into surgery. What we do is we tie the two metatarsals together with a material called fiber wire. Now this is the actual tightrope device, a larger version of it for demonstration purposes. This fiber wire is basically a suture, a thread that has metal impregnated in it. So it's really strong. This cannot be torn. And so what we do is with these titanium buttons, we lasso these around the two bones. So over here you see a perfect representation of this x-ray. This is the bunion deformity and you see the split. And so in surgery, once we've placed this, we're able to tie this bunion down slowly and you can actually see the reduction happening real time. Wow. And that holds the bunion correction snug. It acts like an extra ligament holding these two bones together.
And you do this all at one surgery?
One procedure, one session, and they're done.
And recently, Arezou actually went to get this procedure done with Dr. Sadrieh, and they allowed our cameras to document the entire process.
It's 5:30 a.m. and we're on our way to the surgery. This is a big, big change for me in my life.
Hi Arezou, how are you? You excited? You ready? All right, we're gonna fix that foot.
Make a fist.
Today we're going to perform a tightrope procedure, and it allows the patient to get a bunion correction without having to have a fusion or be in a cast. Now we're going to apply a pneumatic ankle tourniquet. What this does is provide us with a blood-free surgical site. We're going to make our initial incision directly over the bunion. This entire section here has lost its cartilage. It's eroded and rubbed away. The first bone cut is going to be a removal of the actual bump. Now we're going to place the tightrope. This is really, really strong. It's even hard to cut. We're going to pass this through the hole. The reason it's zigzag like that, it allows you to pull that down and pull this suture like that. Now we're going to tighten it up as much as possible. Her angle has now been reduced. In a traditional bunion surgery, she would have to be in a cast and immobilized, meaning not put any weight on the foot, for about 2 months. With this procedure, she'll be able to walk out of the operating room.
So it's been a few weeks, Arezou's here, and before I show you her new look, I want to look once again at her bunions before surgery. And this is our side-by-side comparison. Wow.
That's what I call good-looking toes.
And the great thing is, not only can you see it just grossly looking at the foot, but we have a before and after x-ray to show the dramatic difference. This truly does change the alignment of those bones.
And that tightrope is holding those bones together.
Yeah, so as you can see, these are the tightrope buttons holding it together, acting like that extra ligament, and this screw then adjusts the position of the joint. So this will last her for pretty much her whole lifetime.
And most importantly, how are you feeling?
feel fantastic. I have new feet.
And you're back in those favorite shoes again? And,
Yes, I am.
And how was the recovery?
It was faster than I thought it would be, honestly. I didn't have to be in a cast. I just, you know, without even having to take my time, they healed.
Very nice
Thank you very much. Arzu, congrats on your great result.
Go shopping for shoes.
Coming up, Everyday Health A to Z. Find out what letter we're covering today and why you can't afford to miss these solutions coming up next.